wandering Jewess going from Tel Aviv to Cairo. Just before I go, they changed something in the airport. I never saw it before. Maybe I didn't look for it. I'm going to Egypt, and when going to a state that's not part of Western civilization, there are always some small fears, dreads. Being a Jew, being an Israeli Jew, going to Egypt. I don't have to say more than that, right? But just before I leave Israel, somebody arranged me a beautiful pathway that I want to take you through. So if you ever come to Israel, just before you leave, you remember what you're leaving. So let's see. The law of free education. Law of return. Law of equal rights for women. The law of remembering the Holocaust. The law for protection of wildlife. The law that says that Jerusalem is the capital of Israel, holy for all three monotheistic religions. The law for equality and equal judgments. The law of protection of privacy, dignity and freedom, health care, equality for people with disabilities. You can also serve the military and serve many other institutions in Israel. The law for preventing sexual harassment. The law for protecting the beaches and the environment. Encouraging investment in agriculture. Reduce the usage of plastic bags. The right for clean air. The right for fighting terrorism. Good thing we have that. The law to encourage investment in renewable energy. This is the Knesset, the parliament. To tell you that I think that everyone that sits there are a hoot, not so much, but we have it. And it's a lot. I see now the photos were put here as 70 years, a celebration of 70 years to the Israeli Kneset. Wandering Jewess from the airport just before we're going just before going on the flight from Tel Aviv to Cairo, and from Cairo going to take a bus to go to Alexandria. That show we just saw was brilliant. I don't know who did it. I don't know. I know it's for 70 years for the Knesset, the celebration of 70 years for the State of Israel. I think it was just incredible. It made me proud of the place that I live in. It made me grateful to live in a Western world democracy in the heart of the Middle East. And I have a feeling this feeling of gratefulness is going to only rise once we get to Cairo. Have lots of fears, lots of dreads before going. Not terrible, but this is my first trip to a non-Western democracy. And it's going to be an experience. I am thrilled for the adventure. Thrilled. I am worried. I'm a Yiddish mama, so not a mama yet, but the genes are there. So yeah, we'll wait how it's going to be. I can't wait to share the experience with all of you. You're all coming with me, and I hope we're going to have a great time. And that's it. So I think the person who put that show up is brilliant, because it made me realize what I'm leaving behind. A Western democracy with rules for protection of rights and equality, and Israel is not perfect, and there are a lot of things that I don't agree with, but I live in one of the best places to live in the whole world, and it's important to say that, and it's important to acknowledge that. So I'm going to Egypt with a feeling of gratefulness and hoping to come back with loads of adventures and safe. Thank you all for listening, for tuning in. More stories coming in from Egypt. See you there. Bye.